Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, Gimpy, and I'm here with a little more Warfighter by DBG for you. You guys can see that we are pushing right along here. We're getting ready to take and lay our last location down, and we'll be getting real close to the objective. We're just going to have to see how that pans out for you guys. Still waiting on a couple of guys to get in contact with me for the game giveaways. Make sure you send those to me here real soon. And as far as some other stuff I've got planned out for you guys, I do have some more lock and load tactical coming. NAM is going to be the next one that's up. And as far as Space Infantry goes, I contacted the developers and I'm not able to get a review copy yet. They just don't have them to give out. So I'm going to take and either wait a little bit, or I might just go ahead and film a quick scenario so you guys can see it, and then I'll just do a side-by-side when the new one comes out. We'll see how that goes, but I've got a couple other things I'm going to finish up for you guys first, and as always I'm keeping an eye on more DVG stuff that is coming out there. They just put up some more stuff about the Warfighter Pacific that's coming out, and then of course Corsair Leader is in the pipe because that Kickstarter went well for him. So I'll be keeping my eye on all of that and hopefully some other new stuff that's coming out. Cataclysm by GMT's coming out, and I just got the notice on that a little bit ago, so I'm hoping that comes soon. And I just saw the notice from Legion Games that Picket Duty is finally going to ship. I understand they ended up waiting. It was supposed to come out back in December, but they held on to it for some quality control assurances, which I'm fine. I would rather wait a little while and get a better game than have them rush it and get a worse game. So by all means, developers, take your time, but that is hitting the delivery here soon. So hopefully that gets to me and I'll be able to show you guys what that one's like. So let's get ready to get back into the heat of things here in Warfighter. All right, so we saw on the last one we pushed, and we have not done well here in the village in the jungle area, taking out the muscle and the smugglers. They've just been sticking around and we have just not been able to get rid of these guys. We're going to go ahead and push up though, because we can't keep waiting. We can't just keep hanging around and hoping that we get these guys. Like if I wait another turn, that I don't think I would be able to get to the cartel boss. I need at least a couple of rounds to put fire onto him in hopes of taking him out. And it's already going to be down to the wire getting over here and get on him, because I've got to pop this and then spend a round shooting at whatever's here. I'm going to go ahead and move though, because the river, you'll see it, I'm going to put it on screen, or I might go ahead and put it on screen now. It has reinforced none. So if I go ahead and move into the river, then I don't have to worry about reinforcements taking and hitting me, period. Whatever gets drawn just gets thrown away. So if I get moved over to here, then I can just put all my fire into the guys that are there and then back it to the smugglers, and then I've still got the hired muscle back there behind me, but I won't be able to shoot at him until he moves up, which will be on this turn, because you'll see, as my weapons have shown, I can only fire into the card I'm in and the cards adjacent to me, so he'll be out of my range, but I'll deal with him at that point. I would rather take and get up and have to worry about having one guy behind me versus having a whole bunch right on top of me. You guys know what I'm talking about. But let's take and go ahead and get started at this. Okay, so I went ahead real quick and off camera threw together a stack of cards of what I'm getting ready to do. I'll take and throw the pertinent ones on screen for you guys. I already showed you the river card, which we're playing here. I'm going to go ahead and pop a couple of XP to take and cover the cost of playing that one. Again, you can see reinforcement is 0 on it. It has a 3 entrance cost, and for the hostile values, we're going to be looking at the 5 since I'm between 50 and 74. The big reason I held on to this one though is that subtract 2 from the next location's hostile value. Having that offsets that add 2 that we got from high impact here at the start, the mission we selected. So those effectively cancel each other out. It would be great to only have to worry about 5 instead of 7, but 7's a hell of a lot better than 9 as far as the objective card's concerned. So that works for us. Let me go ahead, and before I handle these, we'll take and get the enemies drawn real quick. First one, let's see what, yeah, we're going for 5, is, ooh, this is not good. This is sniper. This is a 3. So we'll have to deal with that. You can see the sniper, it adds +2 to the entrance cost, screened by Thug. It'll do 4 under is going to be a miss, and these guys have long range. They have a range of 0 to 2, so they can hit a long way out, but it's really not going to matter for us because we're only going to be in these cards here at the end, so he'd hit us from wherever he is. And he does 2 wounds, so he's no bueno. And let's see, that's 3, so we need at least 2 more points. See what we get, and we've got more smugglers. That's just lovely. That's just so lovely. All right, well, at least it's not a thug, so that's good. We don't have anyone screening. Let's take and do our draws. I'm remembering it this time instead of drawing it down the line. Ooh, God, that sniper has a 4 on his cover as well. That's not cool. All right, he's going after Baker, and he's going after, or they're going after Stevens. Seems like everyone's going after Stevens. Been drawing 2 more often, but we'll have to deal with that. So yeah, he got a 1, he got a 2, or they got a 2. Rather, we ended up getting 6 on our hostile value, but that's just the way it is. Keep in mind, when you're drawing your hostile value, it's not equal to that number, or you have to equal it or go above it. It doesn't matter if you go, way higher than it, as long as you've hit at least that number. So we had to at least hit 5. We hit 6. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. Like I said, I did take and gather together my cards that I was going to use. I got a little stack here. I'm going to throw the pertinent ones on screen here for you. One of the key ones is squad entry. Let's see, I'm also using the ones you've seen before: move out, advance, things like that. But squad entry is a support card, and this one is allowing non-player soldiers and squad soldiers, which I've only got one. I've got Foster. These are your soldiers that are not going to have a deck of cards, or they're not going to have cards of their own, to perform a move action without spending an action. Okay, this is similar to move out, with the exception of this being a support card. You have the support cost there in the top right, but you can retain it. If you spend the XP required, which is 3, you can keep that card turn to turn. And there's others. There's a sniper card that I haven't got yet. It's over here in the draw deck somewhere, that allows you to pick off enemies of a certain value. I think it's only 1 or 0 each round, but you've got to pay an XP cost. So you can effectively play a card that's a support card and have it last round after round, as long as you're able to pay the XP cost, which I'm probably not going to pay 3 XP, considering I just had to pay 2 just to get the river out, and I don't think I've got much left. Yeah, I only got a couple left. So we'll throw this stack of cards down. That doesn't leave me too many to try to finish up with, but that got all my guys moved with a bunch of actions left to try to take these guys out. I'm hoping burning cards now will leave me in a good place to go after the CARTEL boss and not have these guys tear me up too bad, because I wanted to get in here and put as much damage out as possible. And since I know I'm getting down to the bottom of my deck, of my villain deck here, I know, okay, see, I've got all these that I've already burned through. That's a lot of guys there, which means I'm not anticipating too many more smugglers, which means my grenades aren't going to do me too much good. They're the exact type that I want to use it on. So I'm thinking Baker, one of his first actions needs to be popping a grenade at the smugglers, try to just level as many of them in one go as I can, because if I can use one action to effectively neutralize this card, then I've just got to focus down the sniper and the remaining smuggler over here to be good for this turn. And that's my thing. I just want to make it from one turn to the next without taking fire. If I can do that, I can get to the boss with whatever I got left and just throw everything at him. I've still got plenty of bandages that I haven't used yet, and my medic does have that extra heal ability, so I'll be able to take care of any wounds that I happen to receive there. But I've done fairly well as far as this is concerned. What's really concerning me, I think, beating the mission, beating the objective, isn't going to be an issue. For me, it's going to come down to time. Can I get there and take out the boss in the time frame that I have? Because it is similar to one of the medium level cards. It's a defeat, cover 3, 2 kills, and it's screened by hostiles, period. So any cards that I draw in the this last card, speaking of which, I gotta find that damn token. I keep forgetting to grab it. Hold on, I see it. I'm gonna grab it real quick. Okay, so this is the token I was talking about, the counter. It's just the inactive counter you're supposed to have on the objective. Basically, you're going to pull that off and the card's going to activate when you're ready, and it's pretty much the same thing as throwing down your location. So not that big of a deal to have it on there. I'm still going to know when I'm going to do it, but just so I'm playing it right for you guys, I went ahead and grabbed that thing out. I meant to do it in the last video and just forgot. So that's down. Now we'll have that for when we activate the boss. And I was going to take and fire with Baker, firing his 203 and fire a grenade. I was thinking about this as I was grabbing out the counter, but unfortunately the range on that thing is only 1 or 2. So shit, because that would be perfect for these smugglers, because I don't think there's going to be very many more smugglers in the deck. So I would love to use that, but I just can't now, and I don't want to fire, you know, the 203 back here at a single guy. So I looked at it and I don't get it, because anyone who's shot one of those old thump gun things knows that a 40 mic does not go far. It's not like a range 1 or 2 weapon. It's really not. So instead, I'm going to take and use the M67 fragmentation grenade. I'll throw it up here for you. Pretty much the same thing as the 203, except for it's only range 0, it's kill number 6, penetration of 1. You got a limit on how many you can carry. I've only got 1 of those, but I think my best bet is to take and spend 1 action to try to neutralize this card. Before we do that real quick though, one more funny little story for you guys. When we went out, we had these guys with us. We called them Terps, and they were locals or people who were imported in. I can't remember where all of them came from, but they spoke the language, because very few of us spoke Arabic. All right, we picked up some of the stuff, but nowhere near fluent. So we would take our Terps with us to take in interpreter to interpret for us while we were out. And there was this one, I forget what his name was, but we called him Turtle because he was short and fat. And we were on a night mission, and as we were pushing, we see a convoy coming towards us, and anyone who's seen a Humvee in a movie or in real life, their headlights are very distinctive, okay? And especially if you're looking through night vision goggles, there are markings on them that help them stand out. So it's very hard to mistake a Humvee for, a Iraqi vehicle that's just out and about. Well, evidently there was this army convoy that was coming towards us, and they were on a different load set, and we couldn't get comms with them, and they fire a warning shot. Like, we had stopped, and some of the guys were standing out, and we were trying to get comms with this convoy to let them know, hey, friendlies, we're heading towards you. And some, John Wayne fires a warning shot, and the damn thing ricochets, and our Turk caught a piece of it in his arm, and just the sound that he made, because he was fine, but he just grabs his arm, his eyes bugs out, and he's, oh, I'm hit, I'm going down, and he slumps over, and he's acting like he's dying. And he caught the smallest little piece flesh wound to this thing, but to have him say, he was running down the guns and taking fire from everywhere, and he's this great war hero. Yeah, we picked on him after that. We looked after our Terps, and we took care of him. The medic patched him up, but we still remember the sound that he made when the little round, the ricochet hit him, and oh, and he just grabs his arm and acts like his heart just stopped. But we couldn't help but laugh about that. Yeah, we had some good guys. We had Turtle, we had, what was his name, Hodge, and there was another Axel. Those 3 guys we took with us, and those guys were great because they could get us whiskey, they'd get us liquor, and some of the best liquor I ever tasted. It came out of Lebanon from somewhere. They sent it in a can, instead of bottles like you used to. But it tasted great. I've tried to track it down. I can't remember the name of it. Just whatever I could find of it, but I couldn't find what type it was. I've never tasted anything like it, but it was great. got us messed up. I remember I was drinking it on, it was July 4th. I was getting drunk off of that stuff in the middle of downtown Fallujah. I'll tell you guys a funny story about that one in the next video when the explosion went off. Anyway, so we're going to take and we're going to fire this M67 fragmentation. On the other side, it's got the 40 mic. So we're going to spin that, our only one, and we're going to toss that at the smugglers. We need to try to neutralize these guys as best we can. So let's gather this up. It's going to be a penetration of 1. So with them having a cover value of 2, I'm going to roll the die just because I have to, just to see what it comes up as. But effectively, this is just how many of them die and how many of them are going to be suppressed. Anything 6 or higher is going to be a kill. And let's see, I don't think... Well... No, yeah, this is it. I was getting ready to say I might get a bonus because of the marksmanship, but this is considered thrown while the 203 is considered range. So while marksmanship will give you a +1 on the M203 carbine when you're firing basically a grenade out of it, when you're throwing the M67, it's count as thrown, and marksmanship only increases range. So unfortunately, instead of 5 up, it's going to be 6 up, but that's okay. At least we know that everything here will be suppressed at a minimum for 1 action. So we'll go ahead and do that. Foster's pitching this thing, and let's roll our dice here, see how many of these guys we take out. All right, well, the grenade, the cover roll actually worked. See, we got a 3, 4, 8, and 8. That's actually good because that gave us 2 kills. So we effectively put these guys in the same position as the others, with 2 of them killed and 1 of them suppressed. And yes, we do have 1 extra suppression left, but it does not go onto the sniper, unfortunately. I would like it if it went onto the sniper so I could put rounds elsewhere, but we will go with that and see what happens. Now, I'm thinking we spend another action. Do I want to take and fire and burst? I really don't want this guy. Shit. Oh, I dropped my dice. That's alright, I don't need it right now. We'll deal with it later. Do I fire and burst? Well, it's his cover that's going to be the problem. And it's 4 up. Yeah, let's take and go semi-auto. So we're having Foster go semi-auto. He threw his grenade, and now he's popping around at the sniper. Let's see if he goes full spec ops here. High speed, low drag, and takes out, 4 smugglers and a sniper in 1 round. Come on, Foster, I got faith in you. You're in the Army, but you can do it. Think you're a Marine. Okay, he got him. Damn, look at that. Big dog in the house. He was pretending to be a Marine for a minute, and it worked. Got the cover, got the... Wow, 1 shot, 1 kill. I'll be damned. Look at that. Look at... Oh, I'm grabbing the thing. I don't need to. Alright, that's 3 XP points right there. That is way better than I could have hoped. Way better than I could have hoped. All right, let me grab my things here. I hope you guys like how I changed it up a little bit on how I'm doing the enemy, so you can see it a little clearer. Throwing the card up and then exactly what happened to him. I don't know why I didn't think about doing that when I first started out, but it definitely does look a little better in my opinion, that route. Damn, all right, that's what I'm talking about. Foster, you're getting a promotion, big dog. Look at that. Let's see, what is he? Shown captain. Captain. All right, damn. He's doing so good, we're going to promote him to sergeant. All right, let's see here. Foster, you've got an action left. Might as well see if he can take and pop it at the smugglers, because if he... I'll have so many actions left. Yeah, because I can take, if I get those guys suppressed, I can just take and put some more rounds down range and draw cards back up this turn. This will come out a lot better than I anticipated. Foster, you are damn shit hot getting that guy. 1 shot, 1 kill. That's what I'm talking about. All right, Foster's going to take his remaining action. He's going to fire at the last guy that can do us harm right now. The smuggler, it's going to be 2 up on the cover save, and let's see, firing at range 1. He's going to need a 7 or better. We're going to go 1 shot, 1 kill, see if we can do it again. But I don't know, Foster's hot. Can he go for 3 for 3? Let's see what we can do here. At that point, man, he won't be, just a Marine. He'll be a Molly Marine. Look at that. All right. No! Damn! Look at that. Oh, I am 1 off. 1 off 6. Damn. I bet you I got a card over here somewhere I could have played that would have helped it. No, these look like a lot of suppression and cover cards. Oh, well. He is suppressed. That's all right, Foster. You're doing good. That means I can take and spend a couple actions just taking and putting rounds at these suppressed guys and then get some more cards in my hand so I'm good on cards when I take and push on the cartel boss. I'll tell you what, Foster, you're the man. You're making me proud. I know there's some Army guys watching this right now saying, Gimpy, we're going to make you really crippled. We're going to break the other leg. That's all right. I'm a Marine. I can take it. So, let's see. Who are we going to have? All right, since Baker, again, is going to have the best chance close up. Yeah, Baker's going to have the best chance close up. So we'll have him fire at these smugglers. And then Stevens, with his M16, is going to have the better chance at range. So we'll have him go at those smugglers. So Baker's first action is going to be 1 shot, 1 kill. I was like, where's my other dice? That's right, I dropped it earlier in the video. 1 shot, 1 kill with his M203, the carbine. With his marksmanship skill, he's going to need a 5-up to get this guy, and anything but a 1 on the cover. So, come on, Baker. Don't let Stevens show you up. You're leading this squad. You're the point man. Did he get him? That's what I'm talking about. Crack! Bam! Just like that. Flip that over. He is down. Perfect. Perfect. Out freaking standing, Baker. You're getting a promotion too. Let me grab some XP for you. See, that was Specialist Will Baker. So Specialist means Army. So yeah, we will promote him into the Marines as well. Throw these dead suppression counters over here. There we go. Outstanding. All right, I'm going to save his action. Last action. Well, yeah, we'll go ahead and spend his last action to draw cards. There's no reason not to. The bad thing is I can tell when I'm drawing the cards if any of them are a location card because of the difference in the material, because my base set is an older base set and the newer stuff was a better card quality. So these are thicker than the original action cards, but you can tell these are all action cards that you got. So nothing to worry about there. Because I don't want to draw any location cards now. That's a waste for me. Let's see. Any of these guys? Yeah. Uh-oh. This feels like a location card. Let's flip it, see if it is. Yep. See? Told you. I can tell. I'll leave it there. Stevens is going to be suffering by drawing that. Oh, I shouldn't have done that just playing around, because if Stevens does draw a card, now I know that he's only going to get at best 2 out of it. So it's all right, though. It's all right. We're just playing. We're just showing the game, Gimpy. Okay, so Stevens here, he's going to fire with his M16A2. He's going to fire at the remaining smugglers there back behind us, see if we can pick off that last group. Flip over in action, and since he's firing at range 1 and he's got the ACOG, it's going to be 7 or better. And since it's done so well for us, we're going to stick with 1 shot, 1 kill, you die. Stevens, let's see. Okay, he's a hospitalman apprentice, Jesse Stevens. That was a picture up there. And you can tell by, I am right, I'm hoping my eyesight didn't let me down. He's got to be a corpsman. He's got to be a corpsman because it looks like he's wearing our digis. So if you let us down, I mean, you're Navy, but we can promote you up to the Marines too. You're the closest out of all my guys. Take this guy out. Let's see. He needs 7 or better, and we need anything but a 1 on the cover. See if we can get this. Come on, Stevens, don't let me down. Pick off the last group of smugglers, and we are going to be so set for the end of this. No, you some... Oh! You're getting demoted. You are so getting demoted. No longer hospital apprentice, you're now in the National Guard. Alright. See, I got high. I got the kill roll I needed, but the cover roll was a 1. Anything but a 1. Would have done that. You gotta be kidding me. I just dropped my second dice. I only got 1 dice left to roll. because that narrows down my options. All right. Well, since Stevens can't shoot for shit, we'll go ahead and spend that drawing cards. And like I said, I know this one's a location, so I'll just throw that over there because I'm not worried about drawing any more locations. And he got a couple of more cards. Well, that'll help. So I got their decks good to go. That should be the last of my actions to burn. It is. Okay. Let's take, ooh, I got my instruction booklet over there. Turn sequence. I always got to make sure I look at it because I just don't want to miss anything. All right, reinforcement draw. Again, perfect for us because we're in a place the river has none. All my guys are there. I don't have to worry about it. The reinforcement draw for our last location, so even if we move into it, is only a 0 to 1, so it's not horrible. It's something we could deal with. At most, we're going to be popping out, well, if there's any smugglers, we could toss, smugglers, we could toss out 3 guys, but I don't think there's any smugglers left. I think we've burned through most of those guys. So at most, we'd probably be tossing out 2-man weapon teams, so should be stuff we could deal with. All right, there is no reinforcement draw. The attack, none of them can attack. These guys are suppressed. He's out of range. The close range, so our hired muscle is going to be moving up 1 location on us, but again, his range is 0, so that's not horrible. That's easily something we can deal with. If these smugglers have gone down, Stevens, you suck. Come on, you should have taken him out. If he could have taken those guys out and I could have had just the hired muscle behind me, it'd have been all right, but we'll deal with that. So he's closed range. We're going to remove our suppression counters, again, 1 from each card. Take that off, and we will flick our timer down. And bam, just like that, we are done with this round. And I gotta say, that came out awesome. Foster did awesome with that, taking out that sniper, 1 shot, 1 kill, and then using the grenade to level those smugglers so Baker could finish them off. That turn went outstanding. I mean, that went better than I could have anticipated. So we can pop the cartel boss. Well, I'll tell you what, with the amount of time that I got left, because I'll have another round of shooting, I could, okay, on the next one, I'm thinking we're going to take and just do another round of shooting. Just shooting, just put as much hurt onto these guys as I can. That way, because I don't have to worry about reinforcement draws where I'm at, all right? If I do it that way, I spend a round cleaning up what's going on behind me, hopefully take these guys out. I'd have just a buttload of actions to go 1 shot, 1 kill on these guys. Save the rest of my cards for that, and then I'd have like 3 rounds to attack the boss. And if I don't want to, I don't have to move over there. I can try to use cards to take and increase my shots from distance and go after those guys. And I think I've got 1 that'll do well for cover. So even if I have something that pops up that has a high cover save, I can try to pop that off. Like the sniper and the leaders seem to be the worst of the ones I've seen. I don't remember all of them, but I expect those to be the worst, with a 4 and the 5 cover saves on those guys. So yeah, I think we got this. All right, I'm gonna cut this one here, and I probably will be finishing this up in a couple more videos, just depending. This shouldn't take long, so I'll probably take care of that round and activating the boss in 1 round. And just depending on how the fight with the boss goes will depend on if I split that up into 2 videos or not. So yeah, we'll be finishing up Warfighter soon, and then we'll have so much other stuff that I got planned up for you guys. Heroes of Nam, Hornet Leader. I still have Leaving Earth on the table. I've got some great battles of history planned for you guys. Still got Pendragon, Silver Bayonet, Unconditional Surrender, not to mention Cataclysm coming out, so I'm going to want to show you guys that. So I've just got a line of stuff coming out for you guys, and more Fields of Fire that I still have planned for you guys as soon as I can get it to the table. But all right, I'm going to cut it here. You guys take it easy. I will see you in the next one.